G'day everyone, welcome back. We are back. Jimmy, Blackie, we have a very special guest in the house. He played 72 games across 8 years at the West Coast Eagles. He's currently playing at the West Perth Football Club. He's one of the greats. He's an awesome person, both on the field and off the field, who we've both loved getting to know over the last 12, 15 years, I reckon. His name is Josh Rotham. There he is. Hello, Josh. J-Ro, it's great to have you in the building, man. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate your time more than you know.
What an intro. Thank you, Jim. 12 years. You're probably right, eh?
Look at the
I have
rooster.
known you boys a long time.
Look at this rooster. Big fan of the hat too.
Thank you.
Look at it.
Someday.
Someday. Give him a shout out.
Rude Cap.
Someday.
You were
Got a
telling
few
us
of their
just
lids,
off air that
actually.
you bumped into the bloke
Yeah,
that
I
owns
did,
this brand in
actually.
Melbourne.
I did. I love his hats because I've got a small head and they got small brims on them. So,
What's that like?
yeah, you wouldn't know. Big chrome dome
You
to
got
my
a
right.
quadruple XL beanie on.
But, yeah, they're rippers.
There is so
There you
much
go.
to
Shout
get.
out someday.
There is so much to get through, Josh. I'm really thankful that you're here. I want to start just quickly on the weekend because I was calling the game, and you've done one of the great sprays. You've given one of the awesome sprays to the poor goal ump, and I was giving him a
I thought
spray.
you were talking about the
I've
other
got
one.
another
I
one
was
for you.
well.
Happy to speak about that,
I'm
actually.
going to get there. So, if you were watching the West Perth East Fremantle game, you'll know that the goal umpire has called a touch footy from 45 metres away. I was calling the game, and I thought, what on earth is he doing? If the field umpire hasn't called it, then it's got to be whatever they say, and he's called it touched. You've done the right thing, I reckon, by
Abused him.
actually, well, not abusing.
No, it might have looked that way. I promise you I actually did. Yeah.
You were
Sorry,
just
you
trying to
go.
get some clarity on the situation because I reckon I was just
The
confused.
boys, I saw Kane Bevan one-on-one and I wanted to kick him the ball. So like, I needed to know what was going on.
Because he's called it a behind from 45 metres away, even though the field umpires
Yeah.
didn't. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. My version, it was clearly touched by Joey Hinder. All the East Freo boys knew
Rabbit.
that. Yeah, the Rabbit. Bless his soul. He lives in my granny flat. Shout out Joey, aka the Rabbit.
J-Ro
Clearly
doing
touched,
God's
mate.
work.
Like you could hear it.
Except for Smarty, because he celebrated.
Yeah, yeah. Smarty pants.
Can you tell me what you said?
We'll get to
Yeah.
that bit.
Oh, okay.
No, so it was clearly touched, and the umpires all came together. I was ready to take the kick out, and I don't want to pot the umps here because they got a tough job at the moment, fucking officiating the game. And
Go
anyway,
for it.
we'll leave it at that. Clearly touched. All the East Freo boys knew it. The conversation was that the goal umpire heard the touch, but he clearly couldn't see it from 40 odd metres away. So, all right, well, I know you couldn't see it, but if you heard it, it's obviously touched. It was like, it was touched. Hand on my heart. like after they called it a goal, the East Freo boys were like, are you serious? Yeah. So, anyway, I get it. There's no arc. You can't go upstairs in the waffle, and they do a tough job, and most of the time they do a great job. So.
It was strange, though, because you don't often see them actually reverse the decision that they made originally in the waffle, to your point, given that there is no technology.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, correct. Anyway, you could hear it from the cafe can.
Yeah, and J-Ro spray number 1, that was it to the umpire.
No,
spray,
I didn't
albeit,
spray.
No,
I was
it was
listening.
gentle. It was
Yes.
a gentle touch. The second one is one of the all-time greats that I on field have laughed. I've had a giggle.
Yeah.
I've had a little giggle at J-Ro and Smarty going at it.
I'd normally leave this, but I actually really like Oscar Smart. If you listen, I really like the way he plays.
He's a good player.
a goer. I really rate him, and he's actually pretty good on the tongue. But he gave me a who
Here comes the butt. He did. No, he did.
He gave me a
He
who are
has.
you on the weekend, and I said, you know exactly who the fuck I am, mate. Put it that
And
way.
J-Ro-
But yeah, love the way you play, Oscar. But if you say who are you again, I'll read you the right act.
J-Ro's done he's running backwards and turned and pointed at him and gone, you know exactly who the fuck I am. The old Hulk Hogan point,
Yeah.
and you
And deserved.
and
Don't
hey,
give me that.
I've thrown plenty of those around, and you have every right in that situation to throw it out. But I was losing it laughing at you,
Warranted.
and I don't laugh much.
Yeah. He's pretty good on the tongue though, and I love the way he plays. So if you listen,
It's a nice
Oscar,
way. It's a nice way around it.
I hope him and a few of the East Freo boys are tuning in. There's one more I want to ask on Smarty because I was overhearing some conversations. He got sent off, copped a bump from, was it Riley Sprigg?
Yeah, it was Spriggy.
So
Yeah,
did he get suspended
he got 2 down to 1. Spriggy,
with the early guilty plea?
whatever that means.
Now,
It wasn't that bad.
sometimes I think I'm lucky because I'm up in the commentary box and you blokes are obviously the ones out there doing the hard work and you get all these funny, hilarious stories. But I heard that the umpire asked Smart where he was, and because he's from Melbourne, he didn't know where he was. He didn't know it was the HIF Health Insurance Oval, the Arena Joondalup, the northern suburbs. And the umpire to do the concussion test asked him. Is that... Did you guys hear this? So
and what did he say, Jim?
Well, what did he say? You tell me. What did he say?
He said West Perth.
So
he's in June, like
so
the idiot.
For fuck's sake.
So the umpire's blue carded
Poor bugger.
Spriggy, and Smarty's been sent off to do the scat or the whatever they call the concussion
Dominoes.
test. Anyway, we'll leave that.
Wasn't wrong.
It was hilarious.
I think we might have won out, and I love you, Riley. Oscar Smart can play.
Yeah.
2 down to 1 for Spriggy. We'll come back to the waffle stuff because there's a lot more important conversations that we need to get to.
Absolutely.
Without notice, so proud of you, bud, for what you were able to do over 8 years at the West Coast Eagles. And
Thanks,
we'll get
Jim.
to
Appreciate it, mate.
the sour end in a minute because, of course, who wouldn't want to continue and go on? Have you had a chance since you've finished up to reflect on what you were able to achieving your boyhood dream of pulling on the blue and gold for West Coast, making some amazing moments, being part of a team and a squad that actually won a premiership? I know you went out there on grand final day, but how do you reflect on your time there now that you've been able to step out from it? And
you got drafted with your best mate as well.
Yeah.
One of your best mates, Jakey Waterman.
Yeah, it's a good question, Jim. I have. Yeah, it's been nearly, it's been 2 years now. So, and life moves pretty quickly, like 2 years, that flew. But I have, mate, yeah, I have. When you're in it and you're caught up in the vortex of AFL, you probably don't. And as a fringe player, most of my career, you never had the chance to sit back and smell the roses ever, really. But yeah, mate, I look back on it now. I got to do 8 years living my dream, like literally my dream. I was a West Coast fan growing up. Got drafted there with my best mate. So, mate, I've never, since I got delisted, I've never once felt dirty about it. I was obviously disappointed that it didn't fall my way, but I've never once felt dirty or any grudginess towards that footy club. I bleed blue and gold. I walk away proud of what I've done, and it didn't fall my way in the end. So, yeah, I feel very fortunate to have done 8 years at that footy club and come away with some very special memories and some very precious mates. What are some of the really special memories? We'll touch on a few of them, but are there any that really stand out to you about your time there? And the one thing that I love about you, J-Ro, is that you, and we spoke about it before, you say it how it is. And that's absolutely what I love about you. So, yeah, what are some of the things that really stood out to you in your time there? And I'm sure there are heaps. Yeah. Oh, there's obviously heaps of footy. Well, I'm there to play football at the end of the day. So, like, plenty of football moments.
So these aren't football related.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, like, I probably walk away with, how do I spin this? Not spin it, because it's true. I walk away with better memories off it than I do on, because the connections and the people you meet and the connections you gain from being in an AFL footy club, that's what you remember. And someone told, I can't remember who it was, but someone told me that. You will remember the people you played with, dealt with on a daily basis, that helped you, that even if it was 1% or you spent every day with a development coach. But I probably value the connections and the people I met. It sounds very cliche and everyone says that, but it's true. I got to play in derbies. I got to play my debut in front of 70,000 versus Collingwood after a grand final rematch, which is awesome. And I'm so fortunate and grateful I got to do that. But I value the friendships and the people and the lessons I got to learn throughout my career more so than that. And it sounds a bit weird because it's pretty special being able to play AFL and live your dream. But as I've gotten older, I've probably, and as I've exited, I've held that probably closer than the games and the actual footy side.
The week you made your debut, J-Ro, you touched on it there. You played Collingwood, MCG. I remember reporting on this story when I was working in TV News because I was camped at the front of the club and you guys were still at Subi.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember someone had told me, hey,
Great venue.
Josh is playing his first game this week. I think it was Lewis Jetta who was injured. I can't remember. I think it was him. I can't remember. But Josh Kennedy's walked out the club and I was there with the cameraman and JK's looked at me and the camera going, what the hell are these two doing? So can you just explain, you spoke a little bit about the anxiety of like the inconsistency of when you were in it, but did you know like with enough time out that you were definitely playing or was it actually unique in the sense that you were coming in for someone that was injured or was it?
No, I was, I could tell you a story. I was close, like had some pretty good preseason form. And it was my third year, so it took me a while to develop when I first got there. I was 77 kilos, wringing wet, and
Still are.
didn't have a defensive bone in my body.
All that gym work you've been doing.
Now I don't run for a handball receive, but had started that. I had a pretty good preseason. It was probably the hump I had to go over as a young man who had to figure a few things out. Had a good preseason, played a few good preseason games, and probably surprisingly was in the mix by, 3-4 preseason games, waffle-wise, and then I think we were aligned with the AFL fixture back then, 3 more games. So I had some pretty good form. Scully got gastro that morning, and I was on the freeway. Jeez, it's been a shit freeway for a long time, hasn't it? Stuck in traffic, and
So you were
Scully
sitting
called me
still?
saying, I'm pretty
Yeah.
crook, mate. Just wanted to let you know, like, I think you might be in the mix. And I was like, really? Like, I didn't think I wasn't ready.
You were
I
that
didn't
close.
think I knew I was kind of close to my form be good, but I didn't think I was actually going to play. And then I was doing the waffle captain's run, preparing to play waffle, and got a call from Simo while I was doing the waffle captain's run mobility on a foam roller, and had to, pack up my shit and go to the airport. So happened pretty quick.
Now, not to make this about me whatsoever, but I might as well.
I think I know where this might be going.
Yeah, that must be a thing that happens because I knew that I was playing because you were Snapchatting me 4 days earlier.
Yeah, I was.
Hey, 5 boys have just come down with COVID.
Yeah.
And 2 days later, 5 boys have just come down with COVID.
Yeah.
Dude, I've got COVID. You'll play tomorrow.
I was spewing about it too.
And would I have loved to have played with J-Ro? Absolutely. But same kind of thing. Like, it's like people know stuff's happening and you know who's next in and hey, that,
people aren't silly.
no, we're not silly. But
Yeah, geez, that was one we missed, wasn't it?
We
I
missed-
remember
yeah.
not presenting your jumper because I had COVID.
Did the
But
intro.
introducing you to the boys
Yeah.
on Optus Saturday, which is a great honour. And then I fell down with COVID, and I'm pretty sure I was eating a Zinger box watching you play your first game.
And that's one for another time. But I had to get that out there because I knew probably 48 hours before because J-Ro Snapchatted me saying I'm going to play.
All the comms were good, weren't
Oh, they were. That's when comms were good,
they? Yeah.
which they're not very good anymore.
We will.
Sorry,
we-
I just had to get that. I had to get that.
No,
out
that was.
there and
I didn't know that.
I was really curious.
But
Yeah,
it just
But I had
shows
no
you
idea.
the how close everyone is when they're in footy clubs, and how much goes on when you're picking a team and making sure that someone who's playing is 100%. Footy clubs don't lie, do they, Roth?
No, not at all.
only sometimes.
We'll come back to the infamous COVID story a little bit later on because
yes.
I want to clear it up.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Shoot straight.
want to touch on. You talked about being a defender, but my core memory of you as a player actually comes against my team, the Saints, where you were somehow found yourself at centre half forward, or maybe you were playing as a third tall, and you had a match-up on Cooper Sharman, and you've dobbed your first ever goal from like 50 metres out in a set shot. And please correct me if I'm wrong, was it the Randy Orton celebration, or was it?
Yes.
Which-
May as well have been.
What was the celebration?
Nah, it was a little bit of carry on. It was a set shot. I've just given it one of those ones on the camera,
Right.
just to the crowd. But yeah, I played forward ruck that day. We were lacking tools at the time. Had been doing it in the waffle, and running around like a mid. trying to get a hit out and then just run around doing my own thing, and happened to go right for a couple of weeks, and Simo ended up picking me, and I played forward ruck that day against the Saints.
And that's where the Rothanui nickname comes from. Yeah. A couple of the great ruckmen that have played for West Coast.
He was injured at the time, and I still remember him holding the ruck bag for me at training. There's a funny photo of it. Ben Delaporte's got it.
Two great
front and centre.
Josh Rotham, Nick Natanui, and Josh Rothanui. You're obviously some sort of a wrestling fan then, because the celly between you and Loosh, Jakey Waterman, is that any wrestling relation in that one, mate? And a couple of your mates / brother have sent in a few questions relating to you and wrestling.
Yeah. So I grew up.
You want to shed any light on this?
Yeah, I could shed some light. I can actually show you something too if it'll. We'll see if it passes. But on screen. Yeah, I can show you. Yeah, I'll show you something after. Big wrestling fan growing up. Loved the WWE. So did my brothers. So did Jakey Waterman. And we're best mates, and we both loved DX back in the day.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels, Triple H.
Shawn Michaels, Triple H. So when Loosh started bagging a few goals, it's probably our 6th year together. We were running with this one. So when he did
those
it
watching at home, dude, do yourself a favour and go deep down my Instagram and look at me for a Mad Monday wearing Road Dog. With the belt, with the DX shirt on, giving it these ones too. So I feel you, and I respect it, and I love it.
And there was
a
few lads that actually grew up watching it at West Coast. Jack Petricelli, Hamish Brayshaw, Stan, who wasn't at West Coast, but one of my best mates from East Perth. So, look, I don't watch it anymore.
I do.
When Mads isn't home, I do. But keep that quiet. But that's where it comes from. Jakey loved it, and so did I. So.
Are you a SmackDown or a Raw guy?
I was Raw. Yeah.
And favourite, if you had to pick one, DX is obviously two, but
DX.
Who was your favourite if you had to pick
favourite wrestler
one?
Was all time.
Yeah,
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, I
Great
absolutely
choice.
love that. Yeah. And for those listeners at home, we've got a religious listener, Stevie Overton. Me and him, after a nice big steamer, after we won a game on the weekend, mate, we were watching SummerSlam in bed.
How good
on Sunday morning.
One of the great main events.
Oh, it's a fabulous one. So there's a few wrestling fans floating around, mate. Well, I was really keen to ask you a bit about that and some of your tattoo inspo, but I'm glad we got that out of the way.
They're all hidden.
Hey?
All my tats are a bit hidden.
They're all hidden? No wrestling related? The disco tattoo?
I can show you my wrestling.
Can you?
Whether you put this in or not, I don't know.
We're rolling.
This is me and Jakey doing the DX.
Here we go. So we can get the DX celly. There it is.
No way. That's incredible.
Unbelievable. So he's got Jakey Waterman and Joshy Rotham tatted on his leg. Yeah. Fabulous stuff. Seen it 1,000 times. That's fine.
Is that exclusive? Is that brand new to the?
That's a one.
I've had it for a while.
That's a one of one.
Yeah,
there'd be no one else with that.
Is that on your Instagram or Jake's?
No. It's exclusive.
We'll probably we'll definitely be.
Yeah, run it.
We'll cut that up. That's brilliant.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
But he said he was going to get it as well, but he felt like a bit of a dickhead having a number 2 on himself. So I said, I'll put a 35 on it.
He could have had you the other way.
Yeah, swap it around.
I'm flat.
Anyway, we'll get to that.
Hasn't held up his end of the bargain yet.
Yeah.
Talk to us about being at the Eagles when they have just won a premiership. They've got some of their modern day greats are there. So you touched on Nick before, Nick Natanui, Luke Shuey wins a Norm Smith medal, and no doubt you had a great relationship with both Jeremy McGovern and Tom Barras, who's now at or Tom Barras. Who cares how to say it?
They won it in
2018.
2018, and you got drafted
2016. My first year was 17.
Yep.
Your relationship, firstly, I suppose, with those two, with Tom and with Jeremy, obviously being in the system a little bit longer and all of the things that you would have learned from them to help you get up to AFL standard as quickly as you could. Tom's still playing. He's incredible. I know you're recently on his podcast with
the
Orcs. Past the Orcs, PTA.
Year and a bit ago, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to be on his. He's an interesting dude.
Deep thinker.
Yeah,
we ran into...
Yeah, he emceed my wedding, actually. He was outstanding.
Really?
Yeah,
was he?
He was great.
He would have been. I've heard some good stories about him
too.
He
was very good. But yeah, he's going well with the pod with with Doss. So
Doss, yeah.
awesome.
We ran into Doss at the pub, and Blackie, I'm not sure Blackie remembered.
When
I'm not sure you recognised him.
How
we were at the
how
Bowls
many
Club.
beers did I had?
We're at the Bowls
'Cause I don't
Club
remember much.
when
Bowls
the
Club.
when Rodney Hogg and
yeah, that night.
he came up, introduced himself. Blackie gave him donuts.
I didn't even
Mate,
know
what
who
are
it
you
was.
doing?
That would be why.
He came up to me in the car park and was like, "Mate, I've seen your stuff," and I was like, "Mate, I've seen PTA. I love it." Like,
Good Northern Burbs, man.
yeah, played good.
Yeah, good cricketer.
Yeah,
I know fuck all about cricket, but yeah,
he was good.
Wanneroo cricket. He was handy. Yeah,
yeah, very handy.
Yeah,
but
handy.
You know a little bit more about me than me.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even
Sharpen
know
up,
that.
bro.
I'm struggling.
Where were we? TB.
TB, Gov, working with them.
Yeah.
Getting to go to work with them for 8 years must have been both fun and daunting, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I'll start with TB. Had a previous relationship with him to an extent. I worked with his sister Ali at Yellow Cafe when I was young fella. Yeah, so
The one on the beach or the one in Leederville?
So on the beach there. Yeah.
I remember those days.
So I worked with Ali at the Trig one for a few years and remember being in the kitchen. I think I was 17. I was getting close to my draft year, and Tom came in one day and had a chat to him, and I think I'd met him a couple of times. But I worked with Ali, which kind of when I got drafted gave a bit of a launch pad for me to, I guess, lean on Tom. Previous little connection there, and those boys done a lot for me for sure. Obviously, 2 stars of the game. But yeah, I learnt a lot from them, both as players, both life members of the footy club, premiership players. Gov's got about 8 jackets or whatever he's got, all Australians. TB should arguably have a few. But yeah, as good as they are players, they're good men, and they've taught me a lot off the field as much as they have on it. So
And both
2 of my great mates.
Yeah, both went to your wedding.
Yep, and they're on fire. Both without their kids. We did a New Year's Eve wedding, so
Yeah. And how was that in the grand scheme of things for your footy life, the wedding? And I know I'm going to go back here from footy, but you're a big family man. You love your people. Footy's not the be all and end all for you as a bloke, and that's why we love you. How was the wedding? You obviously had them there. Big party life. How was that in the scope of things you've done? In your world, mate?
I'm smiling. You even intro on that. Like, it was awesome, man. It was sick. Obviously, my beautiful wife, Maddie, bless her. Before we did get married, I was like, well, big wedding, what is it? Like, yeah, let's throw a big party, let's get married, but you can have what you want, man. You choose, you do you, and I'll
be there.
I'll say yes.
Yes, pretty much, yeah. So it was actually after I got delisted, it was that New Year's Eve after that. But it was awesome, man. Seeing all your favourite people and family in one room to celebrate you and your missus' love is something I underestimated, I think. It was great. Other than my son being born, it's probably second best week of my life. We did a full week down there. Stayed just out of Dunsborough. It was beautiful. It was awesome.
And those 2 boys were best on, or close to.
Ben Delaporte probably best on.
Expected.
Yeah, one of the grand entries I've ever seen. Yeah, Gov was right. Oh, Jamie Cripps passed out at 9 o'clock. Now he's retired. I can say that.
That's where that
infamous the votes be interesting. I think we need 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for that.
Sandover system.
Awesome. Yeah.
Retro. Hold on.
That's where that famous photo's from, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cripper's
Cripper,
not with us.
Yeah.
For however long he was out for.
Yeah, I don't even think we got to dessert. Yeah, Cripper was always one of those. Like,
and you had it down south. And
had it down south at Credaro. It was beautiful. So good, man.
And
so
since then, you've had a young fella, Bowie Rotham.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Stan right before.
Yeah.
Great man's middle name.
Yeah. Yeah. So got a 10-month-old at home, Bo. He's my world, man. Yeah,
and the girls. World. Hey, sorry, Jaro. The girls love him because the great lady at home, mate. The great lady at home is in love with him. Yeah, reckons he's the most handsome thing that she's ever seen. Yeah, I thought it was a bit stiff on me, but
he got his mother's looks. But yeah, he's my world, mate. Obviously coming out of footy, has come with some challenges and some navigation, but yeah, like having him has just changed my world. Maddie's super mum. Priorities change when you have a kid, and that's been challenging. Juggling new job, I got 2 years out. It's challenging navigating post AFL. Not to sound like a victim or anything, but it's been hard sometimes. But having him and Maddie being super mum at home, and yeah, being a parent is the biggest blessing I've ever had in my life, and he's a little weapon. So, very fortunate.
You're an impressive man, because if there's someone you need to get stuff done, it's you.
Yeah, I'm doing my best. Yeah.
Look, could say too much here, but I won't. But you could have the biggest night of all time, and we've had some. But this man gets up and he's doing his due diligence, getting stuff done the next morning.
Yeah, you don't have a choice when you have kids, man.
It does not cease to amaze me how you get up after some of the nights that we've had, mate. So
you got to get on with it.
Credit to you. But look, I really wanted to touch on the wedding stuff, because I reckon that it actually speaks more about who you are, your people, and the wedding and your family than just footy. And I know how important that is to you. And it's pretty cool. Like, I know the wedding was awesome. The people you had down there in the Bucks too, and all that kind of stuff means a hell of a lot to you. So, yeah, it's so awesome, mate.
Well, we've waited this long. I have to jump in, because as a journo, I understand why this was a news story at the time, but looking back on it, I think it was really weird and silly. So you'll remember this, J-Ro, because I'm guessing you and the players that were involved copped a little bit of a spray, more than a spray, I reckon. The infamous
one of the 10,
the infamous hippie gate.
Yeah.
Can you, in short, kind of go through it step by step?
7 Deadly Sinners, I think, was a back page.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And one from the Oppo's now the captain of the club.
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah, exactly.
So Liam Baker was there.
He's in the
He
photo.
was in that photo.
But he was playing for Richmond.
Yeah.
How do you reflect on this? Was this a media storm in a teacup, or do you reflect on it and regret being there that night?
I can tell you the truthful, and my version is the truthful one, and I'm happy to speak about it. So it was COVID times, and there was an instruction from the club to avoid big crowds and nightclubs, and pretty much don't go out. So we went out. The boys got pumped by Richmond the night before by 115 points or whatever it was.
Oh,
no. And we made the decision to go out. I didn't play, so it made it a little bit easier for me to try and justify if we did get caught. And we did. Should we have gone out? No. Could the club have handled the fallout better? Absolutely. I'll die on a hill about that. And I love that footy club, but the way they handled us players who fucked up was poor, and they hung us out to dry. And I'm okay with saying that publicly. We didn't make the right decision going out. We made the wrong one, but there's a way of handling that. And my belief is the club didn't handle it very well, and we got fined for it, and they threw us to the wolves with the media, and we got scrutinised pretty hard for it.
It is funny, isn't it, that in a time like this, there were rules for some and there were rules for AFL players.
That's the wild part. And we were out, and the whole Richmond squad were there for Nathan Broad's 30th.
So that's the kicker that I think people will look back on in time and go,
hilarious.
These guys got dragged through the coals, through the media, because they had a big injury list. And I get that, and I totally understand it. And
Thank you.
Yeah. And look, I'll say it again. We shouldn't have gone, but there's a way of handling that.
Who was the ringleader? Who organised the night? That's what I want to know.
Do you know
it was Jay.
We were having a few beers at one of the boys' host family's house, and we just got carried away, and we went out.
I've heard that before.
I won't disclose whether it was me or not, but
I've heard that before.
Yeah,
so it was like you've had a couple of beers after
mate, I'm pretty sure Bakes was hitting me up saying come to Hippie, and now he's captain in that footy club. So it was Bakes' fault. No.
It is one of the funny stories.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my version, and I feel like it's the truthful one. And we made the wrong decision to go out, but we got fucking reamed for it pretty hard.
Again,
probably too hard in my opinion.
This goes hand in hand with that because when we landed in Melbourne, when I magically played
Jeff from Finance Game.
Yep, Jeff from Finance Game.
Good snag.
We got into whatever hotel we got into. I wasn't really paying attention, and we got the spiel of we cannot and you should not leave the hotel. And I love Liam Ryan so much, but he basically said, "All right, boys, I'm out," and walked out the front door. And everyone else went up to their rooms. And I just watched Liam Ryan walk out the front door after being told, "Don't go outside." And I was like, "Oh, okay." It was, mate, I've not laughed so hard at something like that. Runs his own show. And you know what? Deservedly so, because he's very good at what he does. But that was basically, some get to do what they want to do and others 100%. Don't get to.
And that's okay.
That is the life of an AFL footballer. I get it from both sides. I think in history, I think people will reflect on it and be like, well, if there were two different clubs there, why were the rules different? Well, it's because West Coast had a massive injury list.
And we got pumped the night before. Probably didn't help.
So context matters.
Doesn't help.
But was it blown out of proportion?
Massively, in my opinion. I'm happy to cop the slap on the wrist, but...
And you don't want to be caught in those hippie photos either. I remember,
he couldn't miss me.
Yeah,
you could miss Bakes 3 feet underneath me.
Can you remember? Last one on this from me, I promise.
Can
you remember how?
I'm happy to talk about it, mate.
So there was a photo of was it Jackson Nelson?
He's in it, and Dell's in it.
Was it one of the professional?
My best mate, Ben Delaporte, Bakes, and Jacko
in the photo.
Pressure makes diamonds, Ben Delaporte kind of guy.
Circled. That's what was so funny to me. It was like Bakes is in it. Not only Dell, except like us and his mates, Jacko and Bakes. And then like Dion Presti's in the corner with fucking
Brody.
Jack Revold and someone else.
It is.
Anyway, it's actually funny looking back on it now. But it cost me $2,500, which didn't know.
That would be handy now. Hey, speaking of funds, actually, this is a much more funner story, and this is one of, this is a brilliant story, and I need to get it from your mouth, J-Ro, because 2021 we have a grand final here in Perth. It's Melbourne and the Western Bulldogs, and one of the best things happens at halftime to a whole bunch of people who are watching the game here in Perth. I was lucky enough to be in a commentary box just listening. It was an amazing day to have a grand final in Perth, but I
was blind.
You were blind, Blackie.
Same.
You were warming up to appear in the AFL halftime grand final sprint.
Not even the fastest guy I know either, FYI. But tell us what you got, mate.
And you've gone on and you've won the grand final sprint in one of the most rigged races I think I've ever seen. And from what I've been told from a few people who would know, you won a few people a bit of money this day. Walk us through the experience of the grand final sprint and winning it.
Obviously, you agreed to do it. Myself, Petch, Lam Ryan, who else was Luke Ryan, Andy Brayshaw, Ethan Hughes, forgetting one. But it was it was an Eagles West Coast one because it was a Perth-based grand final, whatever. Club asked me to do it with Lam and Petch. I've got a little bit of toe. Don't be fooled by what I'm about to talk about, but agreed to do it. Grand final day, everyone's having a few beers, and I had a few beers before.
Prep like Usain Bolt
at the Broken Hill, which was Yoey's family pub.
That's what it is.
So had a few beers, and I'm pretty sure someone took a photo of me like drinking beers at the pub, saying "load up on Rotham."
So people,
and it actually like half pissed me off. I saw it before, and I'm like, fuck, like he's obviously sneaky taking a photo of me at the pub drinking beers. Like,
so they were suggesting that
and I knew I'm pretty fast. I'm long and lanky, but I've got some toe. So like, fuck this bloke, I'm gonna have a crack. That's one reason. Second reason being, I had some mates sharing a similar view that they knew I had a bit of toe as a long lanky person. And put some money on me. So I said, I've got to have a crack for my boys. Had a few beers and a cheeseburger before I walked in. And
where was the cheeseburger from? Sorry?
One of the food trucks out the front before I went in. Yeah.
Oh, that's
What a fast food
that's
company.
unbelievable.
Yes. So, yeah, knowing I had some mates that put some money on me, I was going to have a crack for them. So it was for Colgate, and you had to go around the 50, which was weird. And I reckon they had like 4.5, 5 minutes to get the actual race done over with back inside. Went out there, Petches started like in the grandstand. I'm middle, I think I'm middle-ish lane, third lane. And all you had to, your reference was the cones. So I'm like, where are we running? The cones were all over the shop, from what I could see anyway. And I've cut the bend clearly. Like you can see in the video, I've cut the bend. But hand on my heart, I didn't mean to do that. I was happy to be DQ'd, but I didn't get DQ'd. So
I won.
So is that my problem or the AFL's?
Out of curiosity,
It's not my issue. I tried to run fast. Yes. I broke the rules. Did I mean to? No. So that's the true version, and I had some friends win some money, and that's great.
Out of curiosity, what were the odds? Do you know what your odds were?
They got down to like $9, but I started pretty long, yeah. Yeah, but
and you got the Colgate Reds to keep those.
Yeah, yeah.
What did you win? Did you win anything?
Nah, nothing. I got to hold the check, the $5,000 check for.
It was for charity, wasn't it?
For charity, yeah.
So you didn't actually gain anything from it.
No, not at all. And once again, I just got absolutely dragged through the mud for it.
Doing charity work for the boys too.
Anyway, there's the two career highlights: the Hippie Club saga and the grand final.
It is one of the great 72 AFL game careers, which have had some amazing storylines part of them.
That's a low blow, man.
I mean that respectfully.
Genuinely? Okay,
I'm the first one to take the piss out of myself.
I meant it respectfully. The last one from me on your Eagles journey, just what was it like being at the club on that day where Dom kicks that goal, they win the flag, and the day that how it all unfolded, being an Eagles fan growing up, you said that must have been just euphoria for at least, well, I know it would have been longer than 24, 48 hours, but it must have been an incredible time, although you weren't playing in the team. It must have been an amazing experience.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was only in my second year, but like you said, to be able to experience it and watch my new mates achieve the ultimate and be a part of the training and the actual week itself was an awesome experience. A little bit of a blur, to be honest. Like it happened pretty quick, and then we got on the piss for a few days after, which was good fun. And but yeah, it was awesome, mate. Stoked that they got to experience. Tommy Cole's one of my really good mates from the footy club, and he got to be a part of it. And Lam Duggan and those younger boys, Dan Venables, who I got drafted with. He's the first one to take the piss out of himself playing, and that he had 4 posies. Yeah, mate, it was awesome. It was awesome, and they were down by 30 points at quarter time.
Yeah, 5 goals, I think.
Yeah, one of the great grand finals, right? So to be a part of that, albeit from afar, but be in the squad and get to train with them up until grand final day was awesome.
Celebrated well.
Yeah.
Did you is that the footy trip you went on and went really well at, or is that a following?
Following, yeah.
Okay.
Following.
Just wanted some clarity on that too, because I thought, Jet's impressive first year, and he's
not first year. Yeah.
Where did the boys go after you won the flag?
Did
they come back?
Did we do a footy trip? Hong Kong, I think we went to.
Wow.
Yeah, we did. We went to Hong Kong.
Did you go?
Was that? Yeah, I did. It was okay. It wasn't great.
What was the best footy trip you went on? If that wasn't the best one.
No, we hadn't. Yeah,
respectfully,
yeah,
the Bali flag and
Bali was good. Boys spoke highly of Darwin. I wasn't there at the time. Where else we go? We went Hong Kong, Kalgoorlie, Bali. I think I did 3.
Family footy trips and flags. That's the that's the motto, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
we'll run with that. Yeah, but did go all right. One of those. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll leave it there.
Yeah, we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that where the woodpecker thing comes from?
There he is.
That was another question from the Instagram punters.
Yeah.
I think it's been in the comments.
Ben
Is this
Delaporte's
a
come up a
nickname?
few times.
Yeah, nickname. It's not that good a story. I'll tell it. Woodpecker came from Killer, who was our S&C coach for a couple of years there. Absolute legend. I think he's the S&C coach at the Western Force now. Irish fella. And in pre-season, you had to do like prehab drills, like pre-gym, and in the big shed, the big indoor field.
Yep.
What's gym?
We'd do like these med ball twists and 3 whacks with the med ball.
The Fifey program.
And I was supposedly doing it well, according to Killer. I had a great relationship with Killer. Absolute legend. And I'm Rothy to most of the boys. He calls me Ratty. In his strong Irish accent. He's like, oh, Ratty. Have a look at you, lad. You're like a little woodpecker. Like I'm with a medicine ball. So that's where that kind of started. It was a bit of a pisser. At the time, yeah. So it kind of stuck. And I got a tattoo of a woodpecker.
Where is it? You want to share where it is? You want to show that one on camera?
We'll keep PG.
We're lucky we got one.
Yeah, that was on a footy trip. But yeah,
That was rather raunchy.
Killer, one of
too.
the great men. He started Pecker.
Good on him. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's good.
It's on his butt, by the way, guys, if you're curious. So, oh God, that's pretty funny. I don't have much for you, Jim. I'm just checking my notes.
I'll just keep firing them out because
you go
Josh's
for
been very generous. We're nearly getting to about 50 or 55 minutes. So, are you a footy head, Rothy? Like, do you still watch the game? I know, well, obviously on the weekend out for the great man Braden Antonio's birthday and watching your old team and Jakey Waterman, who's your best mate or one of your best mates. He's run about 34 metres and kicked a goal, and that's been in the media this week.
I didn't even see that till yesterday. Yeah,
I think you were looking after your young
I
fella.
was. Yeah, the hands.
He's run from 65 out to 30 out,
Yeah,
and the lab's got him at
today.
31.2 metres.
And they didn't pay that for kick.
Oh, no, they didn't pay it.
He's a big footy guy, obviously.
So yeah, that probably answers your
He's
question.
looking after his son. Come on, don't be.
He was at the
yeah.
Sorrento Beach Club for Braden's birthday, I believe. It was not.
But he's brought the missus and his son. He's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Nah,
Priorities.
yeah.
To answer your question, Jim, I wouldn't call myself a footy head. Like I love footy; it's been a big part of my life. But I wouldn't call myself a footy head, especially now, young fella at home, and it's been a massive part of my life, footy, and I love it. But I don't watch a shit ton of football. No, I'm still playing waffle footy. We train 3 times a week. Like I get my footy fix that way. I still watch West Coast. Still a big supporter of West Coast and the boys. But yeah, I wouldn't call myself a footy head as such. I
know how much family means to you. Going back to West Perth and being able to play with Sammy, how special has that been for you?
Yeah, it's been cool, mate. When I finished up, it was, probably straight away. We knew it was a good opportunity to get back there and finally get to play together. So it's been pretty special, and we've never really been able to do it together. So, it's been really good fun. As much as the last couple of years have been poor wins, losses wise, gotten to play with some old Colts mates, Blackie, Connell Lynch. Who else? Joey Hinder,
Who lives in the granny flat.
Yeah, who lives in the granny flat. Zach Gordon, who's been a good mate of mine all the way through. Jace Gilby, who came back.
The milkman.
Yeah, even Nelly. I like to think I've stayed pretty connected to West Perth while I was at West Coast, so it's been cool to come back and play with some of those lads.
Would have been nice if Mule could have stayed on the park, and that's Sam. And ironically enough, so you and Sammy have a great connection, but your older brother's not the biggest football fan in the world. So that's, I guess, a little bit interesting between the Rotham boys. But he's got a podcast with Lecca, which is a past teammate of yours.
Yeah. So, Lecca used to just bath me at training, and now my brother's got a podcast with him. They're doing Jake was never into his footy. Loves his fishing. Very good fisherman, and he's doing a pod with Mark Lacroix, so called Tall Tales. Shout out Tall Tales.
There you go.
Killing it. From as far as I know, I'm not a fisherman. and I've tried to listen to a few. And I'm stoked for him. He loves it. Lecker loves it. They're doing really well, but it's giving him some purpose, Jake, and he loves it, and they're growing rapidly. So
I did say to him, I bumped into him not long ago and said, he said he was doing a podcast. I said, I'll give it a listen. What is it? And he said it was a fishing one. I said, I won't be listening to it, mate.
Because he's my brother, I've tried to listen to a couple, but I just don't give a fuck about fishing. You know what I mean? I love him and I'm stoked for him, but I just fishing's not my cup of tea.
It's very much a numbers game, Rothy, at times. Which
very much. It's be similar to football then, Jim. Numbers game.
Well, no. You and Westy earlier spoke about roles. Isn't footy a roles thing now?
Well, if you're having fun, it's not about roles.
Should be.
If you're having fun, you're getting heaps of the footy and kicking snags. But
which neither of us are doing.
Yeah. Well, actually, you've been Josh Rotham's in great form the last month.
Thanks, mate.
If it takes me to play on a bloke who's 15 centimetres taller and hold him down so you can fly across and juke him, then that's how well we're going, isn't it?
Yeah.
And those who know will know.
Appreciate it, mate.
I'm getting my ass handed to me by blokes who are 20 centimetres bigger than me playing at half back.
I did have, so someone told me to ask Blackie and Josh, I'm glad you're both here tonight, obviously. Someone told me to ask, can you please find out why Blackie played on Alec Waterman the other week and Josh Rotham didn't?
Well, we just gave you the answer, so I can hold him down and he can fly across and mark him. It didn't work. We actually were pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah. The Aaron and Alec matchup was interesting. I took Big Van Ruin for the most part, and he had a reasonable day as well.
That's Jacob's.
Well, one of the 7 of them, or however many there are.
Three of them, isn't there?
They're
good players. They're big boys too.
Yeah, they are good. He'll be good.
I think the comms that came to me were, and I love Alec.
So
they didn't realise how big he was.
He's an animal.
Yeah, he's 20 kilos more than me.
Yeah,
and
he's a fridge.
Once he stood next to me, they went, I think we fucked up.
Freakish idea, but you're an absolute champion and I love you, but you as a lockdown backman role.
Would you ever
probably
think?
Not your cup of tea. No, absolutely would never have thought, and it probably proved me right that day.
What, in 18 minutes when you had 4 shots on goal?
Yeah.
I said, I'm good at one thing, Sans. Do you know what that thing is? It's finding the ball.
Getting the ball.
Yeah.
If you name any other thing that's about footy, I'm not good at it.
Yeah. No, I disagrue. But
athleticism, kicking
that
goals.
Wasn't your one would a match
or my 2 would, or my pitching wedge.
Yeah.
It's
not in your kit bag.
No. Okay.
Happens though.
So that answers that.
Trophies around.
Yeah. That answers that question. No, wasn't good.
In doing my research before this podcast, Rothy, I did some digging, and you did suffer a serious injury. You broke your arm early doors.
Yeah.
Was that your most serious injury when you're in the game?
Yeah, probably.
Or at West Coast?
Yeah, broke my arm and broke my thumb. Yeah, that was about it. Yeah, in a pre-season game.
Yeah. Oh, you broke at the same time?
No, sorry. I broke my arm in a pre-season game and then broke my thumb.
How did that happen?
I was playing forward in a pre-season game, and Geordie Dawson, great player. He's a star. Big plugger coming out of full forward.
First time.
Yeah, Dawson was in the hole, and I tried to turn into him with my skinny forearm and broke it. And knocked himself out too. Which was good.
He might be the All-Australian captain this year.
Was he not last year? Was he captain last year?
Nick?
I can't remember off the top of my head, lads. Sorry.
I reckon it might have been Dawson. Not sure.
I'm going to fact check
certain.
He's
I'm going to fact check it right now for you.
He's definitely in the conversation.
Yeah, he'd have to be. And what he's been through with his brother and the way he's performed but handled himself. Tip my hat to him. I think he's a star. When
you look back on your games, who was your toughest matchup that you played on?
There's one that I say every time someone asks me this. Brody Mychek.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. I'd normally get a role in the AFL team on someone small. A few times I had the big blokes and got Bath, but I'd normally have someone to shut down probably half of my AFL games, and not that I'd ever have the role on my check, but I'd be on him a fair bit, and I could never find a way to beat him. If I was on a small, I was taller, I could try and outmark him. If I was on a slightly bigger bloke, I'd try to get a run and jump, or I'd try to find something to beat them. I could never do anything better than Brody Mychek, like at all.
He's a huge human.
He's fast, smart, strong, kicks him from anywhere. I always just found him tough as. Yeah, he's the one. Yeah, played on Charlie Cameron a few times. Had some good battles with him. So he's tough as well. But yeah, Brody Mychek takes the cake for me. I think he's a gun.
Didn't want the Waterman matchup. That's fine. Another one for you. Just fact checking. Sorry, just fact checking that it was Jeremy Cameron and Dawson was vice captain.
There you go.
And I think there's a bit of controversy about that one, but that's okay.
We love Jeremy Cameron.
We do. We had a chat earlier, just across the road at a nice venue. Who are the 3 to 5 best competitors, best players that you've played with, that you think over your journey? And it doesn't have to be AFL; it can be outside of that too.
Yeah,
because there was one that stood out. One that was interesting and dominated on the weekend, I think.
Yeah, no particular order. Josh Kennedy, Jack Darling. Jeez, they just kicked so many goals on me at training throughout my time there. But just both animals.
Freako, he kicked 22 against us playing juniors. So
Luke Shuey, albeit from afar, I was never a mid, but he was just an absolute bull. Before I get to the last bloke. Who else? Played with Shep. Yeah, Shep.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Absolute animal. Like
that's actually interesting. He doesn't.
I think he goes very underrated in what he did and how good he was.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he'd shut a bloke down and have 25 of his own and smart, tough. Yeah, he was.
That does actually
proper
surprise
animal.
me. The last one.
And he's coming off 30 and 6 on the weekend. But Tyler Keitel, if you're listening, TK, I mean it when I say this. I respected him before I got to the footy club. Very good player, but seeing him the last couple of years, how he goes about it at training on the weekend, and how much of a competitor he is. I knew it, but I didn't know it. I knew it, but I didn't know it to that extent. If that makes sense.
He's ruthless. He's ruthless.
He's
for
ruthless.
Those outside of the walls.
Yeah, he's ruthless.
He is ruthless.
And he finds a way. Like, so yeah, he's in my top 5. Yeah.
And we had this conversation across the road an hour ago, and they were the 4 or 5 people that you genuinely said, and that's why I asked you now, because that impressed me in a lot of ways. The Shep one interests me. I played a bit of. I was in the state squad back right before he got drafted, which was a long time ago. Yeah. And he just doesn't seem like that kind of character. And then the other one, and TK obviously standing out because he hasn't played AFL footy. Yeah. But we've seen it, and you've seen it from a distance. But
and I always respected TK from afar. When I was at West Coast, but and knew how good a player he was, and absolutely respected him. But the last couple of years, he's an absolute animal.
Freaker.
Yeah. So I really respect the way he goes about it. He's an animal. Yeah.
A couple more from me before we wrap up. You've been super generous with your time, Rothy, so thank you. It seems like you can't get through an Eagles interview without asking about this kid. Harley Reid. So you were with him for 2 years or 1 season?
I think 2, yeah.
1 or 2?
Yeah.
Do you think he can captain this team as soon as next year?
He could, but I just think let Harley be Harley for a few years. I don't get whether he's the skipper or not. Does it matter? Just let him keep playing. He's dominating. I think he's matured a lot. And if that comes, great. If it doesn't, excuse my language, he's not going to give a fuck. He's just going to keep getting on with it. That's the kind of kid he is, which is what I respect the most about him.
How do you reckon he handled that media buzz that came? It's still around him at the moment, but I've never seen anything like it with a kid that's not yet in the AFL system.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, isn't it? It was too much.
Yeah, and I thought he handled himself amazingly.
Yeah, for sure.
And you obviously got to work with him for a couple of years. How do you think he handled it at the time?
Yeah, well, you're 18 when you come in. You don't even know you move, and he's moved away from home.
Country boy.
You don't know if you're Arthur or Martha when you're 18, let alone moving away from Tongala, where he's from. I don't think he lived with the host family, but and I know he learnt some lessons through his first year, and
which every player does.
Yeah, for sure. He handled it a lot better than I would have, and many others would. People are pretty quick to scrutinise and rip into someone, whether it's online or whatever, and say, oh, he should be doing this, should be doing that. Yeah, he's a mate of mine. I've seen a lot of growth in him since he first started. He's having 30 in 2 a week, and he's a competitor, and yeah, he's giving away some free kicks, so he gives a shit. I'd rather someone that rips in like him than someone who isn't. I love the way Hales goes about it, and he's a pretty good player, and he's going to be a good player, but he's an even better bloke.
So do I, Josh. And we had this discussion last week, Jim. I'm a big Harley guy.
Episode. I'm a huge Charlie Freed fan as well.
Yeah,
I just want to see him.
Like last time.
Do you know why people are talking about him being the captain?
Why is that?
Is because they walk taller walking out with him.
Absolutely.
That's why people are talking about Harley Reid being the captain of that footy club, is my opinion.
If he's having that effect on the playing group, then maybe he should be the captain.
Maybe, Jim.
And that's no disrespect to the other players that are currently in that
That's
role.
why we're talking about it, right? Does he have leadership qualities? No one knows. I think he does, maybe long term, but no one knows. But we're talking about it because of the way he goes about it.
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it like that, because it's interesting you say it like that, J-Ro, because to everyone, leadership is different. Leadership comes in different forms, in different language, in different action.
Correct.
Across all forms of life. So I'm lucky I got to work with one of the best leaders ever in this country, Damien Martin.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Just an amazing. We've spoken about him, and he's booked in. He's on the calendar. Don't worry.
And look what he's doing.
He'll be
and look what he's doing at Freo.
Yeah. But with on the Hales thing, like
that's not a coincidence. I can assure you.
Absolutely
4 weeks
not.
ago, people were going, "Oh, he needs to stop fucking sucking off."
That was me.
Right. People.
We had this.
So
We had this argument last week.
This is my point. People are pretty quick to speak about that, but now he's reined it in a bit, and he's having 30 a week and dominating. Then we're talking about him being the captain.
Correct.
So does he need to pull his head in, or is he the captain?
I just think
it pisses me off.
I agree.
It shits me.
I just think the best version of him is not giving 5 or 6 free kicks away a week. That's all.
But but I don't necessarily disagree. But give the 5 or 6 away.
I'm taking 3.
Absolutely.
From him.
Absolutely, because I said this.
I couldn't be a bigger fan of Hales.
I said this last step, mate.
Can you say that again?
Could not be a bigger fan of Harley Reid. I think he's a star, and he's going to be fine whether he's the captain.
Thanks, mate.
You just don't want me to say what I was going to say, and after I said it last week,
I needed that.
I
needed that for the promo.
Thank you, mate. He just last year, when everyone was on his ass about what he was doing, he hates losing, and he's saying, "I don't give a shit. I'm going to be physical and I'm going to bully people." I'm not doing this again, but J-Ro's just, we say all the time, and we've said it since J-Ro came back, and even before that, we think the same. J-Ro just says it how it is a little bit more than I do. But half the time he'll say something and we're like, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, we're aligned.
You got any more
questions?
I said
that last week, Jim, and he's just gone and said it again without it. He probably didn't even listen to the pod last week. I know he didn't.
That's why we...
No, I didn't. I was going to say who was on last week.
That's why we invited J-Ro in. Have you got any questions for Rothy before we wrap up? Because he's been super generous and we are running out of time.
We actually said he didn't want to leave. Sorry, that's just my fundraiser. Guys, donate if you need to.
Oh yeah, the t-shirts there are. So you've got till this will drop tomorrow, which will be Thursday. You've got till today to get your Aaron Black 300 shirt, but we'll plug that on socials. It's been everywhere on socials before we record. We've got have you got anything else before we get into the fast ones for J-Ro? Is there anything we've forgotten? Is there anything you want to? Have you got a ripping, amazing, hilarious, funny story?
No, I've let a few out of the bag. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, you're happy with what you've given?
I'll be the guest.
I think
I love talking. Anything that you're allowed to say is probably more of the key. I mean, I've got a few, but I'm not really. I think we've covered most of it, mate. But to be honest, I just wanted to ask you a couple of really quick questions, which we've done with the last 2 guests.
Quick fire segment, is it?
Yeah. This will be way shorter, but we've just got one that Jay Skilby's just kept in in the questions.
I've got a couple to throw in as well.
Yeah, cool.
Right.
So I'd love to know what your death row meal is. Before you go, what do you want to eat?
Steak and frites.
Okay.
Steak frites. Is that how you say it? I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah.
That. Or steak, chips,
Just had
broccolini.
that at Jarrah, the pub.
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
Yep, beauty.
How do you have your steak, J-Ro?
Medium rare.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Favourite movie?
Man, I'm not much of a
No?
movie dude or a TV show
Or a music guy?
Love my music.
Favourite song?
Greatest song of all time?
Yep.
Not the greatest, but your favourite. Your favourite.
Yeah. Love Your Way, Powderfinger.
Oh, that is a really good choice. Off the back of that, you have to listen to one artist or band for the rest of your life. Who do you pick?
Powderfinger. But yeah, they're in my Wrapped every year. I grew up listening to them with my old man. Yeah, I love Powderfinger, man. Yeah, I love them.
They are
I've got quite a broad taste, but we won't go into that. We'll be here for another half an hour.
They are super iconic, and that is a really, really good choice. Stranded on Island, you get to have one teammate from your footy journey.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you have with you and why?
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it, beauty.
No chance.
You can't pick right. You can't
Not the rotisserie, man.
Oh. Hey, you did say you were going to get that in there.
I did say that. If you know about the rotisserie, you know.
We'll save the rotisserie for another
Shannon
episode.
Hearn.
Wow, really?
Yep. Tough, calculated. I'd listen, which sometimes I can't be very good at. Yeah, Bunger.
I do like
Daylight.
I do like Bunger. He's a good man.
Fisherman. Like, yeah.
If you got to be in a tag team with one wrestler, I probably already know the answer because you spoke about this earlier, but if you were...
It's a great question.
So you said Stone Cold was your favourite wrestler,
Yeah.
but if you got to be in a tag team with
It's a DX guy.
one
Nah.
over the
Neither
journey,
of them and not
Trish
Stone
Stratus.
Cold. Yeah. That's
Put her on!
Yeah. That's a great call. Jokes aside, I've got respect for Trish. Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Couple of Swanton Bonds for great
Yeah.
man. But we'll get Trish Stratus up and we'll tag her in this too because that'll, gee, what a star
She was in her
wasn't
prime
she?
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time
You got
ago.
any more? I got one more.
You go.
Favourite milk variation, courtesy of Jay Skilby. It'll be a continued question, mate.
Yeah.
Can be
Well,
anything. Can be mixed, can be
Does it, so,
by the bottle, can be,
so variation, I'm assuming the variation is from full cream.
well, yeah, or you can have a...
Can be
you have
flavoured?
a flavoured. You can put Milo, you can have Nesquik, you can do
okay,
chocolate
right.
sauce mix,
Yeah.
milkshake.
Nippy's Ice Choc.
Nippy's Ice Chocolate.
Yeah, goated, man.
Is that in the box?
No, in the bottle, like a Nippy's Ice Choc. Oh, sorry, they do have a box. Yeah, they do.
I
have
think
a
I know the one you're talking about.
But yeah,
Okay.
I thought you meant just like plain milk. What milk do I prefer? Oh, yeah.
Well,
No, all right,
Nippies.
Nippies. Yeah, Nippy's Ice
Okay.
Choc.
Nippy's Ice Choc. We can give them a... Should we start shouting out the milk?
We can do what we like. We're not bound by anything at the moment.
That's true. Well, sorry. Just trying to be creative.
We
mate.
shout it out someday. The great cap that Rothy's got on.
Nippies.
We shout out our guys at Unleash.
Shout out Lecker's pod
Tall Tales
because we love fishing.
and the bros. We love our fishing.
We love our fishing. Oh, that's class, man. That's the last one I've got. And J-Ro, I think that's all we've got.
Hey,
Fun, lads.
Thanks for coming on, King.
we really appreciate you coming on, mate. We're really proud of what you were about. What were you? I'm going to cut that out because I fucked it up. We are really proud of what you achieved over your 8 years in the AFL, mate, and kicking goals in life with your beautiful young family, your wife, and you come from an amazing background with amazing people who have your back, mate. So
Thanks, lads. Thanks for having me on. It's been fun.
Looking forward to spending a fair bit more time with you, mate.
Yeah, boy. Love yous.
Few
Thanks for
beers.
having me.
Summer's coming up.
Let's go.
Let's Oge.